Hello, my name is Sarah Power. I am doing a tutorial on how to use healthit.gov for LIS 5631 Health Information Sources. So the purpose of this website is basically to provide information and resources in regards to electronic health records. Health information technology makes it possible for healthcare providers to better manage patient care through secure use and sharing of health information. Health IT includes the use of electronic health records, or EHRs for short, instead of paper medical records to maintain people's health information. As you can see, there is a wide variety of information for several different types of audiences. Today, I'm going to be focusing on providers and professionals. So I'm going to go ahead and click this link, which is going to take us to the provider's homepage on healthit.gov. I have three learning objectives for this tutorial for the intended audience of provider. The first one is going to be assessing a clinic's readiness for EHRs. The second one is assessing software as a service, or SaaS, as an HER or health electronic record solution. The third one is going to be to determine a clinic's eligibility for financial assistance. For the first step, assessing a clinic's readiness for EHRs, we're going to go up to how to implement EHRs and hover over it. As you can see, the step one listed here, assess your practice readiness. We're going to go ahead and click this link. And when I scroll down, there's actually a hyperlinked assessment, which we're going to go ahead and click, which is going to bring up a question and answer page, or an informatic, or an infograph, I guess. And it basically talks about the basics of assessing your organization for readiness for an EHR system. There's a how-to on how to do an assessment. There's also some resources and some more tools for more information if you want to delve a little bit deeper, just to be sure. Okay. From here, we're going to scroll back up to the how to implement EHRs and hover over that button again. For our second objective, assessing software as a service, we're going to go ahead and go to step 3, select or upgrade to a certified EHR. This is going to be very similar to step 1. There's a bit of information here about how to upgrade, and we're going to look for the hyperlinked software as a service and click on that. That's going to bring us to another FAQ page that also talks about the basis of software talks about the basics of software as a service. Define SaaS, basically what it is a way to store electronic records off-site so that clinics, particularly smaller practices and clinics, don't have to have the infrastructure to store their records on site. And that's a very basic definition of SaaS. And I think it's important to make a distinction here between an electronic medical record and an electronic health record. An EMR contains the standard medical and clinical data that's gathered in a provider's office. The HRs go kind of beyond this with the data collected, and it includes a more comprehensive patient history. An EHR, or electronic health records, in general are more beneficial because it allows providers to track data over time, identify patients who are due for preventative visits and screenings, monitor how patients measure up to certain parameters, and improves the overall quality of care in a practice. As before with the assessment, again, we're here on this FAQ page. It includes these benefits that we just talked about. It also includes some contact information and some references if a clinic wanted to delve deeper into more information in regards to software as a service. Okay, from here, we're going to scroll back up to the top of the page. We're going to go back to the how to implement EHRs. This is pretty much our friend right now because I really wanted to focus this tutorial and have the steps be more about how a clinic goes about implementing an electronic health record, because I think that is probably the scariest part of basically trying to get paper records to a health management system. A lot of doctors and clinicians are all in agreement now that having patient records online could be much more beneficial for their practice, but a lot of them don't know how to go about doing that. And I feel like this portion of the website, at least for the audience that I was going for, was a much better informational had much better information for a tutorial. So the last one that we're going to look at getting financial aid is going to be under Get Implementation Support. So we're going to click on that link, and it's going to take us to this page. So it can be very costly to transfer paper records to and maintain electronic records in the health management system. So this particular group actually provides links for financial assistance if a clinic has decided that they are ready and want to upload records to a health management system. There's a couple of different links for financial assistance here. One is Medicare EHR incentive program, and the other is Medicaid. I know we've all heard of Medicare and Medicaid before, but typically we hear about them financing um, medical costs for people on these programs, but they actually do provide financing to clinics to create and upload EHRs. So we're going to actually go through both of them. I'm going to click on the overview of Medicare financial assistance, which is going to take us to an entirely new page. So on this page, there's pretty much a breakdown of the financial assistance program. And there's a couple of different stages that the clinician or the healthcare provider will have to go through. There's also some announcements and important dates. And then more importantly, there's links on how to participate or apply for the program. So we're going to go ahead and click on registration and attestation. I think I pronounced that right. And then here are instructions on how a clinic can register for financial assistance, or if they if they have people that want to attest on their behalf that they are eligible for this financial assistance. And there's also, again, links to user guides and additional resources. All right, and now we're going to go back and check out the checklist link. This link actually loads a PDF in HTML format that basically has a checklist for everything that a clinician or healthcare provider can expect to need to provide in order to apply for financial assistance to get a health management system. So now I'm going to exit out of this page, and we're going to go take a look at the overview of the Medicaid financial assistance. It looks very much the same like Medicare. In fact, both of these web pages are provided by cms.gov. So it's not really a surprise that they look pretty similar. And even the methods for application are very similar too. We have a home page here and a couple of stages, announcements, and dates to remember. And the registration and the checklists are actually pretty much, they are exactly the same. Any healthcare provider is going to have to go through these steps regardless of whether they want to get Medicare or Medicaid financial assistance. So that makes it pretty easy. And I am going to go ahead and wrap up my tutorial. I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me. It was fun, and if you have any other questions, definitely email me or send me a message through Blackboard. Thanks. Bye.